It's none of your business. Your business is your school district. Your business is now. The world is coming to an end because California is all fucked up.
It's the other way around. It's none of your business what I do with my kids. You don't get to teach my kids about certain issues like this on LGBTQ at certain age, and in third grade you want to talk about sex and all this stuff. That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless?
That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless? What goes on in your kid's school?
No, I'm not powerless.
You're
I
not.
make decisions.
Exactly.
I make decisions. I never feel powerless
exactly.
at all. No.
So why are you saying I'm not doing anything to your kids?
Patrick Bet-David has been involved in a lot of controversy recently. A lot of these people are going against Patrick Bet-David, but in this video, he definitely shuts them all up. Patrick Bet-David absolutely destroys Anthony Weiner and the woke cult for the things that they are trying to push on children. And the things that Patrick Bet-David brings up in this video are absolutely disgusting that they're trying to push on children and trying to insert into schools and the agendas that they're trying to push. It's so disgusting. And it's obvious that they look at children as if they're pawns in their game and not actual human beings that they're trying to raise up to be, good parts of society, good parts of a functioning society. It's very, very obvious what they're trying to do, and it's really disgusting. And Patrick Bet-David absolutely shuts it all down. Let's get into this video here from Valuetainment and the PBD Podcast of Patrick Bet-David destroying the woke idiot Anthony Weiner.
Not a 3,000 mile away issue. There are school boards all across all 50 states. Pick one where parents are bringing this up, but they're being told no, and they're being pushed back. This book is going to be there.
You've stated that before, and I said, bring me some evidence of that. I've seen more in the other direction.
Bring me some evidence.
I've seen,
no. And then you say, well, I didn't see that.
I've seen thousands of books that have been banned and removed from shelves and libraries all around by legislatures getting over their seats. I don't need to answer this question. Who do you think is more equipped to make these decisions for a local community? The local community school boards and the local community administrators, or legislators a half a state away who don't even represent that district? Who would you think?
I think we've already said that. The people in the school board, but it's not happening.
But what if
that's the issue? It's not happening.
But that's your judgment. The point about 3,000 miles away is you're making a judgment on their ability to do their jobs. I get it. Maybe if I was doing
it's not my judgment. The books are there.
If I went to a school district in Mississippi, I might make different decisions. But I'm a Jew from Brooklyn, so I'm not going to do that.
If the books are in the classroom, that means the parents have lost, and they're in the classrooms in.
Yes, there might be a book in a classroom in Mississippi that I don't like. I'm a guy from Brooklyn, New York, and what? So maybe let's let the legislature do it. Let's let the governor do it. Maybe we should elect a president who wants to do it. I mean, it's just remember something. You want this perfect formulation of every decision being exactly where Fox News wants it at all times. No, shit's going to get screwed up sometimes.
This is not about Fox News, and I didn't say president, I didn't say legislature.
I know.
You keep going back upstream with that argument.
I'm the other way around. I'm narrowing the scope of conflict to say this is this local area.
No,
I'm
you're
using this as an
the scope
alternative.
of argument.
No, I am to make the opposite argument, which I believe is being made here. You're saying we're 3,000 miles away and we don't like a decision being made in a school district in California.
No, you're narrowing.
Granted.
No. You're narrowing the point. Very good, counselor. You're narrowing the point down to...
I don't really understand. Maybe you guys can correct me if I'm completely wrong on this in the comments. I don't understand what proximity to the problem really has to do with anything. Like, it's not a situation where we're living in the 1960s or 70s or anything like that. A time without internet or we can't see what's going on. It's not like we can just bury our head in the sand and not see it. We can see. We know what's going on in these other school districts. We know what these children are being taught in schools, and it's not very good. So if there's books in schools in New York right next to you versus books in schools in Mississippi, why does it matter? There's still books in schools that are harmful to children, and we should probably, we should care about it. There's a difference if it's your children going to the school. Obviously, you're going to care about it a little bit more if it has that kind of proximity to you versus a random school in Mississippi. But if it's a random school in New York where you're from, or it's a random school in Mississippi, why does it matter where it's located? You should still care just the same, no matter where it's located, because it's harmful to children. I don't understand. These people just have no compassion, no empathy for these children's lives being ruined and them being indoctrinated into. Obviously, Anthony Weiner doesn't care because he wants to push these agendas too. But just say that instead of making all these other nonsense BS arguments. Just say, I don't care because I support these children being indoctrinated into my woke cult. Just say that. I would respect that a whole lot more.
3,000 miles away, as if that's the only place it's happening. It's not. The books are in classrooms all across the United States.
My friend, you're saying that over and over again, and I keep trying to make, since we don't have a specific example except the one that's been on the screen, I will make the general argument that it's none of your business It's none of your business. Your business is your school district. Your business is now. The world is coming to an end because California is all fucked up.
It's the other way around. It's none of your business what I do with my kids. You don't get to teach my kids about certain issues like this on LGBTQ at certain age, and in third grade you want to talk about sex and all this stuff. That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless?
That's none of your business.
Patrick, why are you so powerless? What goes on in your kid's school?
No, I'm not powerless.
You're
I
not.
make decisions.
Exactly.
I make decisions. I never feel powerless
exactly.
at all. No.
So why are you saying I'm not doing anything to your kids?
The concept of running for boards, you're 100% right. We did a video talking about, what was the video title, Brandon? We talked about parents, you got to go run for board, and rather than complaining about it, do something about it. Absolutely, we're for it. But to say these types of issues, you're 59 years old, 15 years older than me, in school, when you were 12 years old, did anybody teach you how to give a blowjob?
I don't believe anyone taught me how to give a blowjob, Patrick.
Do you think you needed to learn how to do that at 10 or 12 years old?
I have trouble accessing that part of my memory.
I highly doubt it. You're a very sharp guy. So for me,
I was not a player at 12. Let me guarantee you.
Sucking other boys is dangling is not a player. I'm asking you a question about what it was to, if that was something you needed to learn at the age of 10 or 11 or 12. That part is
Patrick.
How ludicrous is my question right now?
I have an 11-year-old. Ask me about my 11-year-old. That I can answer easily.
But the point is the fact that two things. One, I agree with them. One, I disagree with them. The area I agree with them is the following.
The fact that he has an 11-year-old and he's disagreeing with what Patrick Bet-David and his co-host on Valuetainment are saying is nutty. It just proves that these people, I don't know, these people are sociopathic to another extent, like to a whole new level, to a point where they're willing to sacrifice their own children, basically. I understand that Anthony Weiner, he doesn't really mind the brainwashing because, like I said, he supports it. It's like him getting more recruits into his own woke cult. But the fact that he is willing to just say, I surrender my child to this woke cult in order for the greater good, dude, these people's brains are completely broken. They are completely broken. They're gone. They are not savable. This is dark stuff, really.
Kudos to you for straight up saying, no, I don't support something like that if that was the case. Kudos to you for saying that. Now, number two, kudos to you for saying, parents, do something about it. They are. And many of these districts, they're fighting, and they're doing their part.
In both directions.
Yeah,
they're fighting in both. They're fighting to stop book bans, and they're fighting. This is the way it's been in America since the birth of our country.
But we weren't this insane 20 years ago. We weren't this
let's pause on that point.
Crazy 30 years ago.
Let's pause on this
I can give you Gallup, Pew Research, all of this stuff.
Let's pause on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do believe that yes, cultural things change.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
And that conversations about homosexuality, about transgender, about gay marriage have changed an enormous amount. We are a progressive country in all kinds of different ways. But we also should acknowledge that we do have an echo chamber in this country that loves stuff like this. We have at least one candidate for president who one of his stock and trade things is this amorphous word about taking wokeism out. We do have a marketplace that is accelerating these conflicts beyond California, beyond our neighborhood town halls, to be echo chamber types of things that we are here thousands of miles away arguing about them. There's a market for this. I don't believe it's a healthy market, Patrick. I don't. And every week I try to say to my audience, okay, listen, let's try to return to the place that we can have conversations around things like how we structure government, how we make decisions, how we try to find our values expressed in government in ways that don't necessarily, and I can tell you the values in a school board in Mississippi and the values of the school board in Chelsea, New York might be different. We don't have to treat that as a threat to our kids.
So if you like this clipping.
No, I see where he's coming from a little bit there at the end, but I still completely disagree, and I 100% agree with Patrick Bet-David. It is none of your business. Like, you should, if there's a question on should this be taught in schools, should kids really be taught, the answer is no at that point. And then it's up to the parents if they want to teach them outside of school. But the decision should not be made for the parents at any point. If there's a question, if children should be learning this or not, whenever you're teaching something, whenever you're making the curriculum for children, if the thought is, I don't know for a fact that this should be taught or not, then the answer is no, it shouldn't be taught. It should be left up to the parents if they want to teach it or not. And it's very, very simple. It shouldn't be that complicated. That is the case. if there's a question on if it should be taught or not, because it could maybe be morally wrong for the children to learn this, the answer is no, don't teach it. It's that simple. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this debate here, this very, very heated debate on Valuetainment on the PBD podcast of Patrick Bet David absolutely destroying the woke idiot Anthony Weiner on this very dark topic of what they're teaching children in schools. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole PBD versus Anthony Weiner situation.